Hello everybody and welcome to the final day of RLO Grand Slam. What a huge day we have in store for you. My name is Bullet and I am with Son of Jupiter. Are you ready to cast what could be OC's best event so far?
I am absolutely hyped. I've been waiting for this all morning. The intensity that we had yesterday has just ramped up all my feelings for today. We had some really good matches yesterday, and they're going to be even better today.
Well, if you want to share some of those events today and your passion for RLO and OC, please use hashtag RLO Grand Slam. You can get your tweets on stream, so please use them when using socials. But let's have a look at this huge prize pool today, because it is a massive one. And now that we're down to crunch time, there's some big figures.
Exactly right. So we're looking at our top 6 currently. So all players currently are walking away with at least $3.5 thousand for the team. And that's USD as well. So you get a bit of a conversion, a bit of a boost up when it comes to Australia and New Zealand dollars. But that's a decent prize pool, and then it only gets better from there.
Exactly right. So they're all going to be fighting, especially for those first and second prize pool numbers, because that's what you really want to see today. Well, we had some, huge results yesterday and some cracking goals, but let's have a look at some of them today.
I mean, some of these were in our own cast, and we just see, for example, a very nice team play there from Ground Zero, and there was actually quite a few team plays coming through, but this one from Jules, the waterfall down, holy moly, was that intense.
Who reads those shots? That's unbelievable here. But anyway, you look at a Colbo trying to do all he can here. Receives a fantastic puzzle Requiem, but he doesn't want to look at that one again.
Yeah, there's some crazy goals and some given goals as well, but at the same token, there's also been some really good snipes. Requiem there getting a nice little snipe there, but they fought very hard to be in the position they are. And now we're looking at the bracket, so we have Ground Zero up first against Mindfreak. Ground Zero falling short against Renegades yesterday to get through to the semi-finals. Mindfreak winning over Overt. And then we have Aurora and Team Skyfire with a similar situation. Team Skyfire losing out to Cringe and Aurora beating Riot. So, they're fighting for these top 4 positions, but there's some really big names in this opening match.
Oh, there really are. Most teams had, quite comfortable first day. So we're about to find out, can some of these other teams like Ground Zero bounce back, same as Skyfire from this. But let's look at the main match we're casting right now. And we're looking at Ground Zero versus Mindfreak. And I think it's time to see, are Mindfreak the real players with the new acquisition in Bangman Ben?
Bangman Ben came through with some absolute stunners yesterday, and I had a bit of a chat with him towards the end of the night yesterday, and he's definitely keen to rise up to the occasion, so definitely going to be one to look out for. But this Ground Zero side in Jules, Express, and Spydoge can't be taken lightly. They are extremely good at what they do, especially Jules. He had some very, very good solo plays yesterday, and he linked up quite well with Spydoge as well, with Express kind of carrying the back end. But to be fair, they all really popped off yesterday, so it's going to be a tough match.
Yeah, I'm speaking about them popping off yesterday. It was more like one would pop off each game. If I can see 2 of them doing it in a single game, I think it's going to be a very hard team to beat. In Mindfreak, going to have to look at trying to cancel some of these players out. So we're gonna have to find out, is Fever still like that 100% accuracy he had yesterday? Because geez, he was not missing anything.
Fever came through big yesterday for his team. The way he played, he was very dynamic in the pitch, and it was really exciting to see because he would just pull off solo plays left, right, and center. I remember one play specifically where his team would completely retreat back to go get boost, and he still managed to get 2 touches over a player and set up a nice little infield play. Granted, it didn't score, but it was very exciting to see.
Yeah, he was just committed to going 100%, just chasing any ball that he could to cause any havoc up in the defense. But we'll go back to Ground Zero here. We've still got Spydoge, still probably adapting to the roster a little bit after the change, after Season 9 there. Seems like it's working at the moment. Maybe not as cleanly as they would like, but they're still in this tournament. They're still in the top 6 position, and they are nowhere near out of this tournament.
Exactly right. Them going up against Renegades yesterday was definitely a hard task, but they can definitely get back up there. And we already have our first match going on, and it's going to be Ground Zero taking advantage of the kickoff. Express trying to do as much as he can, but for now they're just going to play a little bit more passive, set each other up, and try and work out what the best combination is.
Well, they're trying to play passive GZ, but it looks like Mindfreak are just throwing bodies at the shots early. Fever with the first one. Requiem going for the double cut early in this game. He scores for Bankman Man coming through, but they are here to play.
They're already coming out swinging. This first touch by Requiem beautifully followed up with the second. The double touch almost going through, but Bang Man Ben coming through with the cleanup and getting the first goal for Mindfreak.
I thought it was going to be a little bit quieter to fit the start, but it hadn't been the case. Jules now going to try and show his neck. He goes over one, but gets bumped out by the second. Reckon caps it forward for himself, possibly getting the dunk himself. But now Fever picks up the boost, goes for a long hit up to Requiem. Requiem's going to redirect it, possibly down, doesn't, hits it on the backboard. Now it's a big clear for GZ.
What I'm liking about Mindfreak at the moment is there's very clear comms. They're very comfortable with sitting one player upfield and going for that long dish. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to capitalize on this and how GZ are going to adapt. As we see Spydoge waiting a little bit for the ball, gets a very nice catch on the wall, but he's getting met by Fever and put the ball back into contention for his team.
Find more of those neutral passes. They've been working all yesterday. Let's see if we can continue to do that. Anyway, Express holding his flip here, caps it for the back. Can't quite get that. Ben clears it out, but it doesn't go further than the corner. Reckon coming out of the goal, feeding it to Fever. Fever does well. Fever can actually continue his 50 here. Ball's in the central. Now gives Spydoge a 1v1 situation. He's flicked it over, hit the backboard. Jules is there, possibly tapped it. He can't get around to the angle, but that was a big wake-up call for them. Oh, it's still in anyway! Oh,
Express has sniped it away. The pressure was too much for Mindfreak, and Ground Zero getting a very nice read there in the form of Express. But that first play from Spydoge and from Jules, where they went up for the double, really set that up because it caused a lot of panic from the Mindfreak team.
Having over one, possibly get the second, get the bump. Got one to beat now. Walking Requiem out of goals. No one's in the goal line to save this, and Spydoge scores, and that's a good play to draw the players out.
A very quick transition. We see a bit of a heavy touch there from Requiem that he can't follow up on, and Spydoge reading that every single day of the week, snipes out the second.
Back to the kickoff here. Plenty of goals early. It's only been 2 minutes. We've already got 3. Looking like a fourth could come here. If Jules can pull off something nutty. He has got that flip reset, but Fever was on the line. But geez, this is looking like a crack of a match.
What I'm liking that Ground Zero are doing at the moment is they're baiting out their first player and then trying to go in for the deadly second attack. So we're seeing quite often where they're going for those double touches or those flip plays, and then they're beating out the second player, as we see some real good defense coming out of Ground Zero now. Mindfreak are pressuring, but it's going to be Requiem to try and add some pressure, but met by Jules for the clear.
And Cameron sort of hits it backwards to Fever. I don't know if that's part of the play or a bit of a mistake, but we're going to find out. Can they get out of this Pepper situation? It could be a little bit deadly. Spydoge coming across the field, ends up losing it to Ben. Ben trying to pass this one into the midfield. Fever wins that tap, gets a dunk again. Is anyone here for the big shot? Requiem's going top corner. Oh, he scored again and they've been accurate.
Fever getting that touch there led to that insane opportunity. Spydoge really trying to get out of the way and try and clear that ball off to the side, but Fever just has that read every day, and Requiem with an easy putting goal.
Yeah, 2-2, 2:20 on the clock, and Requiem's still trying to push forward here, forcing Spydoge back there, retreat in the goal line. And which team is just going to, have a more of a structured defensive position, because they can't keep leaking goals like this if they're going to win.
Yeah, having the leaks early on is a little bit concerning, but it means that the offensive plays are going to be the best. And Express is on solo. The waterfall read is almost an exact replica of what happened yesterday with Jules. The first touch, amazing. The follow through, even better. And Mindfreak again take the lead.
Absolute highlight, that one from Express, but you hit the nail on the head. That is exactly like Jules' goal yesterday. Fantastic to see, and it's good that all these players are awake for today's tournament.
It's absolutely crazy to see how they're managing to put on these offensive plays. The defense obviously a little bit shaky, but it is game number 1 of best of 7, so obviously plenty of time to get back into this, but Ground Zero definitely lurking for some attacking presence. Fever though clearing most of the defense and almost putting a shot opportunity by Requiem, but it will be caught out and pushed across.
And to remember here is that you lose, you are out. So there's no second chances anymore. So they're going to have to be awake to the danger of any game. And it looks like they're starting to wake up in defense too.
Definitely so, as we see a nice little touch there by Jules, but it gets instantly countered by Caveman Ben. Now Jules trying to go for a little bit of an air drag, can't beat Requiem. And that's some good pressure coming out of Mindfreak. They're really locking Ground Zero in their own half as Fever takes a touch into the middle, but no one's there for his team. Express trying to move the ball forward. That first touch, not good.
Yeah, they're going to have to be careful not to leave, too much of a gap between each of their players so they can follow up on these 50s. But anyway, Ben puts in a good position for Fever. Fever nearly has a shot on target, hits the backboard. Requiem's gone for a big fly here, and Ben's going to have to do all the work to save this one out.
Ben was left by himself there. It was very dangerous as an infield pass, almost converting to a goal. Very nice team play coming out from Ground Zero. Now they're going to try and sustain this attack as Requiem is really trying to force out any kind of play. Fever going for a low 50, can't win it, and some real small ball in the corner, making for some awkward touches, but finally they're able to clear the defensive line only so far.
All right, 15 seconds on the clock. Mindfreak need a goal now to go to overtime, but they're going to have to be careful of this 1v1 situation. Ben pops it up, can't follow it up after the demo. Now down to 6 seconds. Jules is going to try and air drag this one nicely, but Ben's waiting to receive. Good pass up to Requiem. Requiem was going to try and tap it down to Caveman. Ben doesn't get the redirect in the area that he needs, and Ground Zero take game 1 of the best of 7.
That was a very good start for Ground Zero, but a very contested match as well. It was back and forth. We saw Mindfreak and Ground Zero really coming into play, and Ground Zero just having a little bit more luck and a little bit better execution. But to be fair, when you have Express hitting those solo doubles, like, you can't really do much. And what I'm liking about the graphics so far about, their play, their assists, their goals, it's very evenly spread, so no one really left out of this match.
No, exactly right. And then looking at the stat board, it's all pretty even all around for players and teams there, so nothing to be too worried about. Looks like we're going Neo Tokyo for game 2, and Mindfreak started pretty well. They've been somewhat accurate. If they can produce even some more accurate shots, I think they're going to have a real chance in this game. But it's going to have to be clean like yesterday.
I definitely would agree, but also I want to see a little bit more solo plays coming out from Requiem and Fever. We know they have the capacity to, and they're a little bit quiet on the solo plays, but I feel like that was a lot to do with how Ground Zero were rotating. They were sniping away all those opportunities, but there's a snipe from Fever to get the first goal.
That is the accuracy I want to see here. Caveman Ben, what a feed down the Fever. Fever's gone for a long shot from halfway there. No one rotating deep enough to be even close to saving that one. And that's an early goal with 20 seconds only gone on the board.
As you said, Caveman Ben getting a nice little dish there, and that's what's good about his inclusion in the team is really that filler player to allow Requiem and Fever to go for those more mechanical solo plays, as Express getting a nice little drag, getting past most of the defense, but Fever's going to put it right back in favor for his team. He'll try and put it infield, can't get the touch that he wants, and that'll be Express taking control of the ball.
Fever's doing well to boost manage as much as he can with all these wave dashes. Go for a shot of himself to the back post. Not quite as accurate as he needed, but otherwise still something that's going to give them a little bit of the yips now. Fever's going to continue on. Wins that 50. It's actually on target. Good save there from Jules. Puts it wide. Spider flicks it up for himself once. He's got plenty of boost, but can't jump quick enough here. They're under the pepper GC. They're going to have to be careful. Balls are coming back and forward in. They've finally retreated out of the defense, and now maybe they can sustain their own attack.
They're really rushing all these challenges. They're trying to take away all the time that Mindfreak are creating for themselves, but the problem is they're also rotating really well. So every single touch is going to a Mindfreak player, and they're able to set up a nice counter-attack. Spidos with zero boost is getting any kind of touch that he can, but again, it's going to a Mindfreak player for a counter-attack.
Go. Express is sort of doing a bit of a shadow. Was happy just to take the boost and get out of here. Jules can't win that 50, and now it's sort of popped in here for Fever. Fever's going to hit it forward, and Express goes wide. Requiem's already read that play, realising that's where he might go. He's trying to get the ball across. He's got two players to beat, can't do that, and now Jules is going for a fantastic air drag. setting up for Spido. Spido puts it across for Express. Express decides, let's not go now, let's wait. But leaves Requiem a banger of a shot, but a good save on the line from Express. Only leaves Fever to put it in the corner.
Again, Caveman Ben setting up that passing play beautifully for Requiem. Unfortunately, no goal scored, but I like that they're starting to use their team synergy in this match, but now it's all Ground Zero's turn. Can they mount an attack? No, the rotation's not working in their favor. They're trying to put some pressure on this Mindfreak team, but to no avail. Bangman Ben puts it on the backboard. Fever with the follow, but he can't quite get that angle.
3 men in GZ inside the goals only makes it hard to retreat out past that halfway mark. They're still getting peppered here. Fever putting all the pressure he can. Requiem goes for a wild fly there. Now might finally give them a chance to come out. Yes, they do. Jules wins that one. Can win the 50. He sets up nicely for Spidos, but Fever's up there early. Requiem going long. Goes for the shot. A little bit more power. Might have been able to slip in here. A good 50 here. Might still set up something for Mindfreak, but Spido's just been very comfortable dribbling that one out, and he could possibly set up his team. Jules is there to bang it, and that was a tight situation there. They couldn't possibly win set up for GZ.
Spido did everything he could to set up that play, nearly perfectly with the dish as well, but it was easily read by Mindfreak, and now there's still a little bit lackluster in the attack with less than 2 minutes remaining on the clock. They need to get something on the board now so they're able to set up for a win, but it's going to be very difficult with all these fantastic Mindfreak rotations. The shot does come out, saved by Requiem, and a nice double on the wall there forces out a really heavy touch from Spido and forces out some awkward defense there. Fever with the double, he puts it down, but he narrowly misses.
Oh, we've got to think about the pop there. That was an intense angle, but we're going to go forward here. Caveman probably going for a demo on the line. Good clear out there. Sets up GZ. 2v1. Can he get a flick of a lifetime? No, he cannot. Still sets it up. Fever high in the air. Caveman putting it into the corner. Might have to follow it up himself here. Doesn't really work out, but that's a dangerous touch. But Jules is there. He's dribbling really well here. Goes past one. Tries to win the 50 here. Fever down to the last minute, and it's crunch time now for Ground Zero. They really have to be scoring with this play, and it sets up for Jules, but he can't put it on target.
That was the perfect infield play from Express, but now the counter-attack is on. They need to be careful. Express trying to link up with his team well, but it's not working very nicely as Requiem gets a beautiful little read there on the midline, trying to pull the ball forward, but it's going to be Ground Zero now with maybe their last attempt with 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Spido catches the ball, tries to get some kind of presence, but Mindfreak are on their toes, putting the ball back into contention.
Thinking about charging, decides to go in the end. Wins it. Now Caveman Ben. Oh, good rotations here. Only just forcing in the corner. It's just being able to ring around the rosy. That's the third man going for it. Fever ends up winning it the second time. Maybe that actually might work in Ground Zero's favour. Now Express is up in the air. Hits it into the corner. It's dropping down in a good area. No one was upfield for that. 2 seconds down to put it on the ground. Jules tries to give it in the air. Misses the ball. Mindfreak take game 2, and it's 1-1 apiece.
That was a really interesting match. Mindfreak were able to shut out this Ground Zero attack, and very, very well executed as well. They were very efficient with their passing plays. They were also really efficient with their defensive rotations. Ground Zero had to fight really hard to put any kind of shot on net, and even when they did, it wasn't super dangerous. So really well done by Mindfreak to equalize there.
Yeah, looking at Requiem's stats here, again, he's been a bit of that high-octane striker. Maybe, not getting as many goals as you would like, but again, the highest man on the shot count seems to be the way he wants to play this game.
Oh, definitely. Being that highest player, having the most shots is going to be in favor. And Requiem is one of those players as well that's very, very dynamic on the field. So we'll be looking to him. But I do want to point out Caveman Ben's contributions as well. He's doing really well with the assists. He's linking up with his team very efficiently. At really good time for Mindfreak.
Yep, it's filling in the dots for Mindfreak, and it's working. Anyway, Jules tries to get the best clear he can. Caveman Ben puts the shot on target, but Express just gets back in time. If a few Ks faster, that was not getting saved.
Yeah, he kind of didn't have the power that he wanted to generate from that shot, and a bit unfortunate that the missed opportunity was there. But for Ground Zero, that is a saving grace because they are definitely feeling under the pump. They have not scored in some time, and they're really struggling on defense as well. They're seeing some really awkward, heavy touches, which are working out very well for Mindfreak, and Requiem, so to speak, comes through with a goal as well.
It was just a matter of time early in this game because they were putting some really good opportunities at work to force Ground Zero to get back here. Eventually one slips into the bottom left corner and they deserve that first goal because they're starting these games really hot.
They are definitely. The pressure that they're mounting on Ground Zero is super effective. They're causing some really awkward touches, some really awkward rotations, and that's leading to some good shooting opportunities. Unfortunately for Caveman Ben, he put that ball back into the middle. Luckily, no one from Ground Zero ready. Caveman Ben with the stolen play, he almost doubles it, but Fever will be the cleanup crew for this one and capitalizes on Caveman Ben's incredible air drag.
Oh my god, Caveman Ben, that's the assist of today. We're about to find out, but jeez, Fever is going to gobble them up every day of the week.
I mean, when you have that much of a dish from Caveman Ben, where you literally have an open net, you take those every day of the week. And I mean, Caveman Ben, as I said earlier, was really wanting to show the OC region what he can do, and he's definitely putting his name to that.
They really are, but now we've got Express going for some powerful shot there, but maybe thought about the power too much because he didn't even make contact.
Did not make contact. It's going to be Spyro's trying to set something up as well. This is a very similar situation to what happened at game number 2. And just to point out, Ground Zero has not scored in at least 7 minutes. So a very interesting situation for them. But Jules is going to rectify that right now with a return goal.
Well, there we go. That goes, with the thoughts of the Twitch chat going with 71%, thinking that Ground Zero will still prevail in this series. So we're about to find out, is it time for Ground Zero to wake up and start slamming some more goals in?
You'd think they'd have the opportunity with the best of 7. They had to win 4 games, so there's time for them to get back in. But when you have Fever, Requiem, and Caveman Ben all popping off individually, it's going to be a monumental task to break them. But it's going to be Spydo's now trying to do that exactly that. As he tries to pop it up, can't quite get over the defense. And now Mindfreak should look to control the ball and set up a counter-attack.
Both players realised where that pass was going to go. Caveman Ben tries to get a crazy read off the backboard. Doesn't get that one to work, but now Fever still going forward. Tries to win that 50. Ball's in the corner. Caveman Ben still going hot here. Maybe go for a demo on the way to retreat back. Requiem understands that maybe the shot might be open now. Goes for another one. Caveman Ben's already in the corner. Going to hit the backboard. Trying to drop down now. But a great clear from Jules. Still only goes in the lap of Requiem. Requiem can follow it up here. Great pass to Bagman Ben! Oh my god, Mindfreak are looking the best I've ever seen them.
You gotta love the team plays. Requiem to himself, so just to point that out, manages to catch it, dishes a beautiful pass to Caveman Ben, and of course the man himself, Bangman Ben, puts it in the back of the net. Mindfreak again taking a 2-goal lead.
Now it's getting dangerous time for Ground Zero. If they just keep playing the way they're playing it, it's not looking like it's going to be their day. Still early times in a best of 7, but they're going to have to see the warning signs. Now, big 50 from Fever, nearly puts it in. Caveman can't put it over the top. Requiem's going to have this ball drop right down for a waterfall. They are lucky to escape that situation.
I was feeling that there was going to be a fourth for Mindfreak, but Ground Zero do hold the defense well. They had 2 players sitting, but that's not exactly what they wanted to do. Luckily, the post working out in their favor there, but 2 players on the line for Ground Zero in the goal. Not being able to read that is not a good sign moving forward.
Grade 50 there, sits up Jules. Jules actually has time to maybe look for a pass here. Looking for his team. I can see Spydo's right across. Spydo's comes across with pace! What a bang! And now they're back in this game.
They've given themselves an opportunity here. They're only 1 goal down now with 1:42, but Jules, the dish was so perfect. Spydo's as well with a fantastic read, but you have to look at those passing plays. Whoever is able to be more efficient on their passes will be the victor.
It looks like that might be the case here, but anyway, Requiem going long. Pass to the Caveman. Caveman hits it on the corner. It's going to drop down a good area, deciding not to go here, Fever. Maybe now Mindfreak are thinking about holding that 1-goal lead, but that's not going to be the case when Spydo dribbles straight through your defense.
Spydo has done that on multiple occasions now, where he's just been able to fully dribble the line of Mindfreak. The man is absolutely cracked. We saw him once set up a beautiful play in game 2 with no goal, but this time he's able to slot it in.
Here we go now. Mindfreak are definitely going to have to be feeling the nerves here. They've just conceded 2 goals on the trot, but they're still going forward here. Caveman Ben's got enough boost. Can he win that 50? Beaver's there. He's going to hit it into the corner. Maybe not in the area that it needs to. He's going to have to pass it down an even better position. Requiem's not far enough forward to be able to get a more powerful shot on target. Now, 1 minute left on the clock. Are we going overtime, or is one team going to find a way to break this defense?
I think Ground Zero are looking to set up a bit of a counter-attack here. They're definitely feeling themselves after the last 2 goals. Express almost catching Spiders there, but Requiem will get the demo, alleviate some of that pressure that was mounting. But now, can we see Spido do the crazy things he's done before? Caveman Ben does manage to get the save, and he's actually been able to clear the defense. This is a really good opportunity for Mindfreak. Caveman Ben with the demo, the shot coming through from Fever. The smoke screen, I couldn't see what was happening.
I thought it was just going to open up fully there with 2 demos on the trot. And now we're down to 25 seconds. Looks like Mindfreak is still ready to play. They're still hot at the moment. Good 50 here. Caveman Ben trying to win another 50. Ball into the corner. Dropping down in front of the goal. Requiem comes through. Can't get that shot. Target. Now Jules trying to find it. Express goes to the midfield. Spido's going to have to retreat back. 3 men back for Mindfreak here. 5 seconds. Going over the top of one is Jules. Jules can't get over with Fever. Fever's passed it into Caveman Ben. Caveman Ben hits it in the corner. Express wants to drop it down. He wants to go to overtime.
Our first overtime for the stream, for the series, and this is for the lead as well. So there's a lot on the line for this team. Granted, it is a best of 7, but having that 1 series point lead will work so well in your favor. And we're going to see Mindfreak now taking a lot of possession and a lot of opportunity. But Spido's man with beautiful first touch, able to put some pressure on only so far.
Here we go. Oh, bang, man, Ben! Oh, no, he hasn't put it in! Otherwise, Fever's come through. Mindfreak are now going to take this game. And it's a 2-1 lead in the series. But, geez, what a setup from the man.
Every player of Mindfreak involved in that play. You saw Requiem get a beautiful touch off to Caveman Ben for the double. Then he instantly pressured the goal line, forcing them to rotate wide. And then Caveman Ben, unfortunately, missing the double, but does set up Fever very well. And Fever claiming the lead scorer for his team with Spidoge as well, so very evenly spread. But it seems like when we're looking at the breakdown, the assist is what I'm looking at. 7 assists, 7 goals. It means that every single time Mindfreak are putting a shot on and getting it in, they're getting it from a nice passing play.
I'm looking at the shot count, and it is double in favour of Mindfreak at the moment. That's a huge worrying sign there. And they've also got double the saves, Ground Zero. So they're working so hard in defense to keep this game alive. Even though they got to overtime, surely it's only a matter of time before Ground Zero are going to score even more.
You would have to think so, especially if Spido is continuing to play the way he has. He's always been a very dynamic and exciting player to watch. As we almost see, again, Mindfreak coming through with the first goal in the opening section, but it does get saved out. So it doesn't happen on my point. The way that Mindfreak has been playing is very, very solid.
Exactly right, now. They've been playing the best they could be asking for. And it's at a level that they're going to need to play to win this tournament. So if they can keep it up and still keep hot after a long day, it's going to have to be to get to the grand final. They're a real chance, but still, they've got Ground Zero to get past first. And we're going to find out, can they hold their head level?
That's exactly right, as we know that there is no second chances here. Elimination final coming through. They've got to put everything on the line, and Ground Zero are definitely not going out without a fight as Requiem takes control of the ball, tries to go for a ground pitch, but Express is there waiting, and now Spido is going to take control of the ball. Nice little play into the corner. Can he manage to catch it and dish? No, Requiem is there with the clear.
Anyway, Express tries to slip that one into the front post. Only dribbles across the ground for Spido and pops it in the bottom left. But that's a good play from Express.
You have to feel for Caveman Ben. They're just being caught a little bit out of position and the ball a little too fast from Express, but he's able to force it through. And that's going to be Ground Zero taking the first goal.
We have to find out, can they keep going with this, Ground Zero? They're going to need to. They're down a goal in the series, but Bang Man Ben just got an open goal from the halfway line here. Let's have a look at this because there was no one retreating back.
I mean, unfortunately, their Spido's not being able to beat out Fever, and Caveman Ben just working on the wall there, had faith in the touch from Fever, and that was a great dish. But, that's the thing as well. There's so much faith in their team and their chemistry at the moment. The communication is so good that they're able to rely on their team for those passing plays. And we see Fever again putting it on the backboard. Surely there's someone from Mindfreak coming through. Requiem did get demoed, but he was there ready and waiting, and unfortunately couldn't dodge the demo.
Anyway, Requiem's going to be happy to hold this ball in the air. Goes for a little cheeky air drag. Ends up setting up for Caveman Ben. Caveman Ben going for one more touch here. No, he can't. Because Jules is in the corner, ready to try and flick this one over. Fever's even faster, playing that aggressive play there. Requiem can see someone down the ground, but it goes straight over the top. It's a long shot. What a save from Fever.
And that's a couple of times that Ground Zero have gone for those long clearing plays, and it's worked out to their benefit. Unfortunately for Spido, not working out in this instance, but they are not afraid to go for those long passing plays. Express with the double in the corner as well, trying to get it past the defense, and at least Fido's now with the solo play. Pops it. Jules is up for the save from Requiem, keeping that ball out.
What a huge save that was, because he was only probably a metre or two away from the goal. Anyway, left to right that was going in, but he somehow decided to pick the right spot. But anyway, Caveman Man's got a fantastic read on that. He can actually put a good pass in here. Fever's too far back, and that's a chance for him begging.
A bit unfortunate that Mindfreak weren't cheating up that little bit closer to get that play, because as you said, Caveman Ben did a lot of work there to put it in the right spot. But now they're on the return with Fever trying to clear the defense. Will be met by some Ground Zero members, and Jules will just go straight for a shot, putting some pressure on the back line. And there's another from Spido, and that will be the second.
Whoa, what an angle here from Spidos. This is really good in the corner. You think Bambi's going for the pass, realizes that no one's rotated back, goes straight for a shot in that top corner. Fantastic work. Ground Zero taking the lead here. Let's see if they can hold it.
Hopefully they can, with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to equalize in the series once more. Obviously Mindfreak at the moment 2-1 up in the series, but we cannot discount them out at the moment, especially with how they've been playing. Requiem getting a challenge there, putting the ball to the side. Jules though getting a nice catch, goes straight for the shot, forcing Caveman Ben to go for a touch, and meaning that Express can come through as well. So really interesting play coming from Ground Zero. They're playing a little bit more passive on the goal line, but still locking this ball down.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of the pepper from Ground Zero, but it's starting to work now. Let's hopefully they can continue this, because they're going to need probably one more goal to kill this game off against Mindfreak, because we know Mindfreak have the arsenal to score when needed. So the ball's in a bad area. Requiem's going to go straight underneath. That's a big mistake, because he swept through that mess and scored for himself.
That's a bit unfortunate there. Jules on the wall. They're trying to put the ball down, but a little bit too hard, and it popped up beautifully for Requiem. He got a nice little bounce shot there as well. It was being cleared and covered by a Ground Zero member, but just too good of a placement for Requiem. And now they've equalized again with 1 minute and 22 seconds now on the clock. It's going to be up to either team to try and get this goal, which could possibly be the game winner.
Yeah, I would have to think that next goal is the game. We're about to find out with Fever with a big clear. Requiem's over there is probably not going to be able to read the roof there, but also doesn't mean that defenders can read the roof. Caveman Ben tries to win that 50. Fever's there, hits the backboard, going for a second touch himself, but Requiem's in a good position to shoot. Jules comes out of his goal line there, and at least averts the danger, but otherwise they're looking like they could score here, Mindfreak.
They definitely are, and at the moment, Ground Zero looking a little bit flat-footed. We're seeing some members just kind of being caught in awkward positions, and that's allowing Mindfreak to continue their offensive pressure. Caveman Ben with a bit of a whiff there, forced out a touch by Jules, but it's going to be Fever just playing a bit of chicken with the defender, setting up a pass. The shot comes through, and Bangman Ben has his second.
Bang, man! He's done it again! This man is possessed! He's stepping up in a big way today. 2 goalies on the line. He goes straight through the middle. And here we go. Mindfreak are looking to take a 3-1 lead if they can hold on for 30 seconds.
You would hope so. And, you know, as I was saying, we're seeing Ground Zero a little flat-footed, and Mindfreak are capitalizing on it very, very efficiently. They're able to execute some really good passing plays. We're seeing some solo plays coming out of Ground Zero, but at this type of style of gameplay from Mindfreak, it's going to be very hard to break that defensive line. We're going to see Express getting a nice little pass off to Spido. He'll try and go for a solo play again and get a second touch. He manages to, but no one from Ground Zero is there, and Jules got demo.
Exactly right. That demo was a huge play, especially with only seconds on the clock. Otherwise, there would have been someone there. Requiem puts it on the ground, and Mindfreak are now 1 game away, progressing to the semi-finals.
This is a very interesting turn of events. Ground Zero, as you said earlier, 71% of our chat thought that they were going to be the victors, and Mindfreak now in a very comfortable position to take out this best of 7 win. We do see Spydoge as the goal leader overall, but look at those shot percentages, 22 to 41, and we're seeing Caveman Ben actually stepping up, but overall, it's a pretty even spread.
Man, it really is through all the players. They're working so well there, Mindfreak. But again, you can't go past that shot count. It's double in favor of Mindfreak, and that's a worrying sign. It hasn't seemed like it had been fixed there. Even though they did take the lead, it seemed like Mindfreak were always going to be able to score a few goals. So they're going to have to, I don't know how they're going to be able to break this. They can't go too defensive because otherwise that's what Mindfreak want to do. They love to play that pepper game and use that backboard.
Exactly. They do like to play in that certain style, but also one thing that I want Ground Zero to do is to be mindful of the way Mindfreak are playing. At the moment, they're doing a lot of passing plays. We see 10 goals, 10 assists, which means that the passing plays from Mindfreak are on point. You need to be proactive. You need to try and cut out those passing plays as best as possible, because that'll give you a massive leg up in the match. But we are back onto game number 5 now, with Mindfreak in contention and in a really good position to close this series out.
And you told me today that they were going to be 3-1 up against Ground Zero. I probably wouldn't have believed you, but it is seeming to be the case. But Ground Zero trying to stamp that out, that sentence out for me and score there. They can't do that. Now Caveman's up forward. Good shot there from Requiem on target. Spydoge is on the ground ready to receive. But otherwise, they're starting to pepper early now.
Yeah, the goal line of Ground Zero being tested very early. Spydoge with nerves of steel with that shot coming through, getting a nice little trap there, but it's going to be all Mindfreak pressure at this moment. Caveman Ben, he's got the read. Can he get the double? Oh, he ran out of boost. That could have been a great opener.
Doesn't matter, we've got another good shot. Oh, Beaver's forced Express to OG. And what a read here for the big man.
Oh man, Mindfreak are just doing everything right at the moment. Fever going for that double, can't quite get the angle, doesn't matter. He uses what's around him to score the goal, even if it is the opposition player, and Mindfreak take an early lead.
And now the pressure is definitely going to be mounting on Ground Zero now. They are not only one game away from losing this, they are now a goal down. And you've got Fever mecking around you. How are you going to step up to this situation?
Is being proactive, as I said before. We need to see Ground Zero snipe away those passing plays and be a little bit more reactive to the play. At the moment, they're being left very flat-footed. They're not getting any time and space on the ball, and they're just forced to go for the long clears because of the way Mindfreak have been positioning.
Great little 1-2 there, Fever to Requiem. Seems like they're working that one out with good communication. Anyway, Caveman goes along, giving the ball to Spydoge. Spydoge needs to find a team up, but it only goes awkwardly into the corner. Forces Fever to come forward. If Fever can get one more demo here on Jules, it could possibly pop down for Caveman Ben. It doesn't work, and still the pepper is on.
Pepper is on. Caveman Ben taking a few touches on the goal line. It's going to set up his team very nicely, but 3 members of Ground Zero back on the goal line, so that should be an easy save. Jules, though, with the dish, can't quite snipe out the angle, but the shots are continuing. We see Spydoge waiting patiently. He's actually letting Jules go for a shot, but with 3 members back from Mindfreak, they will be able to get the save.
That was a big chance for Ground Zero there. They had them a little bit scrambling, low on boost on the goal line, so they're going to have to continue to try and do that. Now Fever leaves the ball, pass infield for Spydoge. Spydoge in the corner. Spydoge's going to have to follow it up with another 50 here, but Requiem goes around for 1 there. Express puts it in a good position for Jules. Jules is just sitting maybe a little bit too far back there, ready for a higher ball to receive. But otherwise, it's warning signs now for Mindfreak that Ground Zero are not done yet.
They are not done indeed, as they're lurking around for the play. We're going to see Jules with the dish that he's known for. He manages to catch his Express. The Express can't put it on net. He tried to go for the corner double, but could not execute. The Ground Zero are still lurking in the wing, trying to put something on. Jules definitely fighting and putting it in the middle of the field. He takes a shot, snipes the upper left corner, and the Ground Zero have equalized.
Here we go. This is the momentum shift they've needed. Can they continue this momentum? With Jules getting an absolute banger, 110 kilometers per hour in that top left. That's a nice little slice across the ball. Let's see. Can they keep going? Mindfreak, we're about to find out.
That was a very nice sustained attack from Ground Zero. They're able to keep the pressure on for quite some time, forcing out a lot of boost from Mindfreak, and that led to a nice scoring opportunity. Jules, though, with the double opportunity, didn't have the boost to follow, so a bit unfortunate there, but can they sustain the attack like they did previously? That will be the question. As we see Fever getting around 2, possibly 3, does manage to get a bit of a jump there and tries to set up his team, but Requiem unfortunate not being able to catch that. He has kept it in the corner, but it will be now Express trying to clear the line.
Right now the ball's in the midfield. Requiem's coming through here at the tight angle. The player gets in the way. They might have actually helped him there. Demo's all around. I cannot see here. A minute 20 now. Express got a chance to pop over one. Can't get over second because Requiem's already there. Requiem's got plenty of boost. Hits it on the backboard. It's going to drop down, but Jules saves it from doing that in the place. Now, Caveman Bang has to look for a pass here. Ends up just going for the 50, but it's keeping in a good area for Mindfreak. Mindfreak are hoping to keep this one in, but the rotations are finally broken down, and Fever's going to have to pass that one back.
Yeah, Fever trying to pass that one back, but Requiem's missed on the goal line, and now Ground Zero are looking to sustain the attack. They've seen an opening. They're sniffing the victory of game number 5, and they're not leaving up this attack at the moment. As it's Express going for a long clear, but he can't find any of his teammate, unfortunately, and that will mean that they can come through. Though he sniped the passing play. Jules is up. He's going for the shot. He gets it, and Ground Zero have taken the lead.
They've absolutely punished them for some of these sloppy passes here. But Jules, what a strike. He's been 2 goals here in an absolute clutch game for them. He's doing it. 30 seconds on the clock now for them to hold on. Otherwise, Mindfreak are looking to come out hot out of the gates here with Caveman Bang going straight through the middle with Fever. Fever's actually going to go for a flicker as well. Wowee, this is getting hot.
It definitely is, but Mindfreak are looking to slow down the play where Ground Zero are looking to speed it up. They are feeling themselves at the moment, and they're playing very fast in return. But Mindfreak a little bit unsure of themselves with that back pass from Fever leading to a scoring opportunity, and now they're going to be playing a little bit more passive. We're down to the final 5 seconds of gameplay. Can we see them mount an attack, or is it going to be Ground Zero holding on? Caveman Ben manages to keep it up. He pops it past one. Fever's there, puts it into the corner. Jules beating him, and will look to strike this down. Manages to do it, but Caveman Ben with the catch. It's still in the air. It's still going, but finally, thanks to, I believe, Express, that ball will hit the ground, and Ground Zero get their 2nd series point.
It took them some time to come back in this game, Ground Zero. The first 2.5 minutes, they were out of it again. But they decided, let's, flick the switch here. They did something right, and now they're finding themselves in a good position here. Even though it's, still a tricky way to come back in this series. Otherwise, they're giving themselves a chance.
They are giving themselves a chance, but I have to draw back to the fact that there was a back pass by Fever, which Requiem could not read, and that led to all the sustained attack from Ground Zero. If they were able to be a little bit cleaner on their rotation for defense and catch out that ball, I really feel like Mindfreak were able to hold on to that one, but they need to make sure they're passing efficiently. If they're going to go for a back pass, you need to make sure that your teammate is ready for it, because otherwise it will lead to an opportunity. But Jules, what is he doing? Opening seconds of the match, and he's already got a beautiful little air drag.
Oh, Jules, hasn't stopped yet. He's still continuing to bring them forward in Ground Zero. And what a performance he's putting on now, because if he continues this, he's looking at MVP.
Wow, that was a sight to see. It was absolutely amazing from Jules, and now Ground Zero extremely confident after their previous series win. They bring themselves back into contention for the match, but still Mindfreak with the opportunity to close out this series. He just needed to play as clean as possible. Requiem trying to get a few touches in the back line, can't do so, and it's causing some awkward rotations here from Mindfreak. And that's allowing Ground Zero now to come up with an attack. Jules with the midfield pass, can't quite connect. Now Express going for a shot. He's going for the air drag, but he's met by the Mindfreak defense.
Jules is just, sweeping around the area. I just feel like he's going to score it anyway. What a good demo, but Requiem can somehow see him through the smoke here. Can now start his own attack. Oh, Fever! What a shot there. That's gone bottom left. And this is a hot game.
Counter attack was so clean. Requiem air drag to the wall, gets a dish to Fever, and snipes the bottom left corner. How are they so efficient at these counterattacks? They caught Ground Zero off guard with the demo power play, and they're able to equalize very quickly.
Yeah, there's no better counter-attack than that. You know, put that in your playbook if you can. But that's one every team needs. Anyway, Fever trying to win that ball, dropped it straight back down here. Requiem goes right through the middle, wins the 50. Fever, that's a tight angle, but a good save on the line, I think, there from Spydoge. Otherwise, that was very dangerous.
It's always dangerous when you have Fever in possession with the ball, and it's going to be Caveman Ben who's been equally as dangerous trying to put some infield plays on the line, but can't quite catch out his teammate just there. Fever now trying to put something on the line. Requiem following through, but the Ground Zero defense is holding, although there is an opportunity there, but no member from Mindfreak able to capitalize.
Okay, Ben's going to have to be very careful. He doesn't want to have to give away the ball because he wins 2 50s in a row. He's got a little bit of boost, but at least he's giving him teammates some time to get some boost and maybe set up themselves. Jules is giving them no time, still continuing forward, and it is absolute end-to-end at the moment.
It is, especially when everything is on the line. There's going to be a lot of back and forth play as teams will try and clear the defensive line to gain the edge. There's a shot there. It misses on the right side of the goalpost. Unfortunate for Ground Zero. They had a sniff of the opportunity to get the lead, but it's going to be a follow through. Spydoge with the crossbar down. He's able to do it.
Spydoge, what a shot here. Caveman puts it in a bad area, knowing that there's no teammates there, but bang, that's top corner. And it bounces straight down, and now Ground Zero again are taking the lead, and the pressure and the mind games are playing in Mindfreak's head.
Definitely so. They had the opportunity, but now they're down, and that angle, can they manage it? It was an opportunity there for Fever. They didn't have enough room to be able to put it on. Still though, Mindfreak keeping up with the attack. They're able to lock this ball down very efficiently in the Ground Zero half. Ground Zero now trying to struggle to get this ball out, but it will be Jules who will do time and space. Makes out a challenge by Requiem, but he reads it well. Requiem trying to go for the solo, can't quite, and now Ground Zero on the counter, dish down, save coming through from Mindfreak, but some good opportunities.
Yeah, the vision is starting to really open up now for Ground Zero. They know where their teammates are, and the communication must be also on point too. Now, a big crunch in there from Caveman, sets it up for Fever. Fever puts it on the backboard. Fever scored, bringing it back to 2-2.
Jeez, this man, you give him enough time and space on the ball and he will do amazing things. A very nice little play there in the corner to put it in a good spot for Fever, but the speed, the reaction time that comes out of these players is unlike anything I have seen, and Fever very much at the top of that list. He's able to get the second, but he's going to continue with the neck play. He's baited out of touch. He puts it middle, but Spydoge is there with the save.
Now he's trying to step up, but where the corner can Jules still continue to do what he's doing. It's a good pass there for Express. Express tries to really fake it out for a bit of a 50 there. Can't get back in time. Now Caveman going into the corner, trying to put this ball in a fantastic position. No one was up forward to win that one. Now Requiem's going to have to commit forward. Leaving, it's left it all the way open. Jules doesn't miss these! Minute 30 to take the lead again.
That commit there by Caveman Ben, a little bit risky. He was third man back as all his team members were coming through, and all they had to do was clear the last defender, and that was an easy putting goal for Jules. So the rotations, the desperation coming out of Mindfreak at the moment, being a bit of an undoing for them as they give away the lead once more to Ground Zero.
Fever looking for the infield pass for Caveman. Caveman's going to have to come across the face. Sets it up for Fever. Fever goes for a little soft touch for himself. Can't make that one work. Now Express wins the 50. That's 2 plays there. Is this one open? Goes for a pass to Spydoge. Spydoge can't win that 50. Now again, it's hot game. Minute to play. Who is going to step up? It looks like Ground Zero might be here to play.
They definitely are here to play, as they only have to hold out for another 53 seconds, and they will bring it to a game of 7 after being down 3-1. An absolutely monstrous effort coming through, but time will need to be in their favor as we see Requiem going for a bit of an air drag, puts it into a position. Caveman Ben with the shot, but this is a bit of an overcommit. The counter attack is on. The shot, the open net was missed by Jules, and that's keeping Mindfreak in the game.
Let's hope he doesn't think about that one later tonight. That was a big miss anyway. Caveman Ben trying to get a pass in the midfield, going to try to dribble all the way in. Good save on the line from Jules. Now Fever puts it into the corner. 20 seconds now, drops it down in the top of the face. The ball hasn't cleared it very well. Still in a dangerous position. Caveman's going up to go for the 50. Requiem's go for a dribble. Can he go over one? Can he go over two? Can't win that. Tight angle. Fever somehow goes around. What a pass! Caveman! Oh my god, he has not scored! I thought he was going to tap that one in. Still up for Requiem! Requiem! Oh, the save on the line. Ground zero somehow dodged that. But Caveman's not letting this game go. Coming from the ceiling down to kill it. It's still up in the air. How is it happening? Jules finally can drop it. And Ground Zero are going to go all the way to Game 7 now.
Oh, I am speechless. Mindfreak having so many opportunities on the goal line. You would have had to thought that they were able to put that in, but Panic Mechanic was coming in and they weren't able to seal the deal. And now they've given Ground Zero an opportunity to potentially pull up a mini reverse sweep. They were down 3-1 and they're back to 3-3, and now we go to a game at number 7. And this is the thing with Ground Zero. They may look down, they may look hurt, but they are never out and they have pulled themselves back.
Yep, but now we're going to have to find out, does Mindfreak have what it takes to just have a clear head here, because the demons are definitely going to be coming out now. There's going to be those what if questions running through their heads after slipping and even, not even scoring that situation there. That was an absolute given, I thought, for 2 chances.
It did look like it, but one thing to point out is the amount of saves that Ground Zero are putting through. They're definitely coming through with a lot of defensive pressure. They're able to snipe out a lot of those shots from Mindfreak and keep them out of the back of the net, and that's really what's keeping them in this game. They're not being super aggressive. They're not being, overly aggressive in their play, but they're able to, kind of turtle up, really have a strong defense, and then counterattack super quickly, and that's giving them, like I said, every chance to be in this match.
Well, throughout this tournament, we have not seen Champions Field being used. We had the Game 7, and this is quite possibly the greatest series we've had so far. Will it live up to its expectations in Game 7? We're about to find out.
We are indeed, as we have so far Ground Zero looking to put some pressure on, but Express with no boost. Baits out a hesitation from Mindfreak, and that's good. They're able to now come through with some attacking presence, but unfortunately, they won't be able to sustain it as Caveman Ben's able to clear 1. The demo, though, working out from Express onto the last defender, and now Ground Zero takes the shot. Jules with the angle, and that's an early lead for Ground Zero.
Fantastic demo here. Wasn't sure who got that one, but it just put Requiem out of the play, forcing Fever to have to go early, and Jules has been sniping every single one of his shots he's had.
Every single member of this Ground Zero team is lifting. Express with the demos, Jules with the plays, and the solo from the kickoff. The bait and switch, he's able to get a very nice little miss here. Unfortunately for Fever, just too quick on the cheat, and that opened up Ground Zero.
Get in the backpack of Jules. He's taking you all the way here to the semi-finals if you want to jump in, because what a performance this lad is having right now. We're going to have to find out. He's still got the ball again. He's trying to go over one. FIFA ends up having the dunk in there, but they are starting to have some real concerns now, Mindfreak.
Not looking good at this moment, but there is an opportunity. Caveman nearly with the double. Can't unfortunately come through, and this gives me a bit of opportunity to say the winner of this match will be versing Cringe Society in the semi-finals, so not a team to be taken lightly, but they need to get there to be able to verse them, and it's going to be Requiem trying to go for a bit of a low 50. Doesn't win it out, and that's opening up for Ground Zero now with an attack.
Great clear here, but Express is so good with those EU clears. Does well there. Pass into the midfield, only to get demoed. Now it's starting to break it up. Jules has won that one. Requiem's gone far into the corner. Good call out there from Spidos. Must have had the boost to be able to work with this one. Gets beat by Fever. Demo's coming all round for both teams. Caveman's putting on the backboard. Express has to win that one. Gets a gentle touch with Spidos, but it looks like Mindfreak is sort of happy to step back, but I don't know how much longer they can continue to do that. Oh my god, Caveman Ben! What a drag for the front!
Caveman Ben is stepping up in a massive way. Look at this first touch. Look at the control. Is able to get just enough power and just enough of an angle to get that into the back of the net. That skimmed the right post as well, but it didn't matter. They're able to get one back.
Right, plenty of time on the clock for both teams to do whatever they feel like in this match. Who is going to grab possession of this ball and force it and willingly into the goal? Here we go. Fever takes it up for himself. Does well. Goes over top of Jules now. Fever's still going to save a boost here. Tries to fake it out for Spydoge. Requiem tries to hit it over the top, but Spydoge wins the ball again. Caveman Men whiff the ball now. The ball is just staying on the halfway line. They're going to have to be careful. Good half flip there for Fever, but still not fast enough. Bang, man, bang, goes for the bottom. Oh, he's done it again. They're coming back.
They are coming back in full swing. Jules getting a very heavy touch, but look at the offensive rotation from Fever. He forced Spydoge onto the back wall there, and that gave Caveman Ben an angle to go for a shot. If Fever did not rotate offensively there, that was 100% going to be saved, but the plays coming out of Mindfreak are definitely stepping up, and it's going to be which team doesn't have the panic mechanic who's going to seal the Fever. This is the turnaround and a half. Mindfreak have the lead.
How have they done this? How have they just suddenly switched on when it really counts? And they have now taken the lead in Game 7. And they have got 1 foot in the door of the semi-finals. Still plenty of time on the clock. It's only halfway through Game 7. But geez, it is raining goals now for Mindfreak.
The desperation leads to some really shaky defense, but some exciting offensive plays. And just a reminder to say that Mindfreak were 3-1 up in this series, and now Ground Zero have come back. This is an extremely tight series between both teams. They know what's on the line, and they're fighting very hard for it as Fever's going to wait for this ball. He tries to catch it, gets a demo on the way out. Bit of a power play coming out from Mindfreak. Can Fever capitalize on it? He misses the ball on the wall. You can see the panic coming out in these players. Hopefully, they're able to do it, but Caveman Ben nearly coming through with a third.
All right, 2 minutes left on the clock. We're about to find out. They've only got a 1-goal lead. Plenty of demos. Jules, what a fantastic fake. This opens it straight up. Spydoge is there to tap it in. Jules has gone all the way through with the dribble. And it's 3-3, 2 minutes on the clock. Wow, what a match we have.
This is a game of demos. We've seen demos and bump plays being king in this match. And the way Jules played that, he was super passive on the touch, forced out a very awkward fly from Caveman Ben, and that led to that very good scoring opportunity. Equal scoreline. Can they mount something? Oh, nearly Mindfreak coming through with a lot of offensive pressure, but Ground Zero holding strong for the time.
Caveman puts it straight in that corner there. Who's up there? Fever's up there early. Express tries to win the ball. Spydoge hits it out into the corner. Requiem's going to have to decide. He wants to play it slow here. Tries to go for one. Jules is going to regain possession. No, leaves it for Express. Express ends up getting beat by the 50. Caveman's going to be as fast as he can to win this ball. Jules decides to put it around the side of him. And now the ball's dropping down a good area. Here we go. Jules is now got a 1v1 against Caveman Ben. Caveman Ben is going to be strong. It's a good 50. He can't win 2 50s in a row, can he? No, he can't. And now Fever's gone for a pitch of a lifetime.
Yeah, he's trying to go for the old Cuxer pitch, but can't quite connect. But it seems like Mindfreak now are going to be transitioning into attack. Caveman Ben with the beat there. He's going to try and go for a second touch. Actually leaves it for Requiem, but that heavy touch leaves Jules to come through. That is not a comfortable situation for Mindfreak to be in, but they managed to hold strong. And now Fever going for the solo play, gets the flip, can't quite clear the defensive line, but now they can keep the rotation strong. They can keep it aggressive. Fever with no boost, trying to mount something, but it's going to be the counter on Ground Zero now.
You have to be careful because this net is open at the moment. Express can get up quick enough. 30 seconds on the clock. We are in Game 7, looking at overtime. Unless one of these teams can score, Express tries to put it across the face. Jules is there. Jules can receive. He's been playing smart, but loses the ball there. Fever pops it up high. Spydoge is just going to have to hold it in the air. Caveman Ben's using all his boost to get up there, but they pull him out of the goals. It's a long ball forward. Caveman Ben's there to look for a demo. Fever can pass it to him in the corner. No, he's there. What a 1-2 play. They're going for it.
Oh, there's a bit of deja vu here with the goal line not working out in favor for Mindfreak, but we have a Game 7 overtime, and this is it. The next goal, the golden goal, will determine who moves through to the semi-final. My nerves are on their ends right now as we see the kickoff coming through. No one scoring, so teams will look to slow down. Mindfreak with control of the ball. There's a demo on the goal line, but it doesn't work out in favor just yet as Mindfreak are looking to mount an attack.
Anyway, the All dangerously sitting down there. Mindfreak looking to press forward. Caveman Ben tries to win that 50. Requiem's actually going to grab possession here. Gets beaten out by Fever. Fever decides maybe I can get there first. Fever's going to continue on. Gets one demo. The ball's in a good area. Who's coming through? Jules gets a tap into the corner. Might help them get out of this Express. Fantastic dribble here. He's gone past one. He's got a 1v1. Hits it into the backboard. Jules is up there early. Express is thinking about coming. Oh, it's on Spino's. A shot on target. But they're all retreating back here. They're going to have to be careful with Jules putting it into the corner. One big clear from Express. Might relieve the danger, but still, this is a dangerous game for both teams.
It definitely is, and they need to make sure they don't overcommit in any capacity, because one slight mistake, one overcommit to try and seal away a goal could lead to a very quick counter-attack. Ground Zero trying to force some pressure onto the goal line. It's Express getting a nice bump there, but doesn't manage to get the demo thanks to the new update. Now Fever getting over one. He's putting Jules in a very awkward position. He puts it middle. There's an opportunity, but it goes straight across the face of goal. And now it's up to Requiem to put it back, but only so far.
Anyway, Caveman Ben's put it straight down the middle. It's going to be awkward. It's going to hit the back line unless Fever can get up. Yes, he does. Puts it down to Caveman Ben. Caveman Ben loses out to Jules. Jules has been playing some mind games with the dribbling. Good clear from Requiem, but no one is upfield here. Only gives it to Spydoge. Big flies there to try and intercept that one, but everyone's very, very scared to go up high and lose all that boost. Fever's there, puts it down to the side, but again, no one there to connect with. They're just some long clears. Finally, Requiem might be able to find Fever in the corner. Fever's finding a place, a messy game here. Requiem tries to go for a 50. The ball's in the corner. Fever's got it now. He's not looking towards the goal face. He's going straight into the corner. But now Requiem's got the ball. Requiem's going to try and look for anything in the midfield here. Gets a 50. Tries to go for another one. Tries to drop it down. But it's a pinch all the way to the other end and it relieves some danger with Ground Zero.
Ground Zero just struggling on defense. We're seeing Mindfreak offensively rotating and stealing away the boost, and they're struggling at the moment, but now the counter-attack is on. Can they manage to keep this ball locked in like Mindfreak was able to do to them for the good half of that overtime so far? At the moment, we see Requiem going for a bit of a clear, but it goes straight to Jules, who manages to snipe away that mid boost. So all the pressure is now with them. A double commit does work out in their favor as Caveman Ben's able to continue on, get a touch, goes middle, no one there from Mindfreak, and that was an opportunity missed.
What a play there from Caveman Ben. Does really well, but Spydoge gets that fantastic slippery step. Caveman's very awkward, but he's done so well there to air drag over one. Can he get over to second? He's got to at least hold it in the midfield. Who's coming through here? It is Requiem. Requiem gets out 50 here at Express. 1v1 with Fever. Going to have to be careful. Fever's got all the pace. Doesn't have the boost, but he's going to try and dash all the way. Great demo here. Caveman getting a touch. Who's there? Someone has to be there. No one is. Requiem now looking into the midfield. Can see Fever, but it's a bad touch there. Relieves the danger. But now Spydoge goes long. Waterfall drop is a very dangerous possibility, but a good clear there. And now the game is still hot with a big shot on the line.
Teams not wanting to overcommit in this very dangerous situation. As we said, it's golden goal, so next goal will win. We see Requiem trying to get a bump onto Express as that ball is going in. The shot's there. It's an own goal. It's open, and Caveman Ben has sealed it. Mindfreak are going to the semis.
Who would have thought Caveman Ben would put them into the semi-finals? What a performance from Mindfreak and I don't even know what to think anymore. There was so much emotion watching that match, and you know it's just going to mean so much for that team.
I, right now, want to see on Twitter their reaction. I want to hear their comms as that goal went in. I can imagine these guys are absolutely on nerves end, and they are feeling it at the moment, but what a way to win. There was sustained attack after attack after attack from Mindfreak. They were able to keep Ground Zero at bay for a long time, and with that fortunate bounce from the goalpost, they are able to seal away the win.
Oh, wow. Yes, what a win that was. Looking at the stats quickly there, Caveman Ben with 26 shots. Seems to be in the right area at the right time. Spydo's trying to do all he could with all those saves, but it just came down to 4 minutes, really, in the end. It was who could score, and the team that did score was Mindfreak, and now they are looking to progress through to the semi-finals, but geez, that was a big game to cast for us. And I don't think we'll forget that one.
Definitely will be with me for quite some time. And what a way to start out the stream and the overall cast. It was an absolute head-to-head match. Went up to Mindfreak being 3-1, came back to a 3-3 for a Game 7, and then went to an overtime. So honestly, absolutely insane. But I do believe that we have one of the players with us for an interview, so we'll be looking to get that set up. But before we do that, make sure we get the hashtag RLO Grand Slam on Twitter so we can see all your thoughts.
Well, we've got our man right here. We've got Big Fever. The pace you possess is unbelievable. But how are the lads after a huge win?
I think everyone's neighbors just heard us yell. Like, it was just a mess in our voice chat, but we're stoked. We're over the moon right now.
That is absolutely insane. Congratulations to you guys as well. And the way that you guys managed to handle the nerves towards the end, obviously having a 3-1 lead, you managed to let it slip away. When you were going into Game 7, what was your thought process?
Let's just give it all we got. That's all.
It's as simple as that. Congratulations once again. Go back to the boys, celebrate, and semi-final to worry about now. So get cracking with those scrims. We're about to see you very soon.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Wow. Okay, so a man of few words, but at this point in time, if I was in his position after pulling off that kind of a win, I would still be in shock. So definitely take this time while we go into the next match to reset yourself, get prepared, because you are going to be taking on a very strong team in Cringe Society in the semi-finals. But we're going to be taking a quick break as we're getting into the next match. Obviously, !bracket in the chat if you want to see the bracket live updates. Hashtag RLO Grand Slam. We want to see those tweets being put out. We want to see all your thoughts and feelings. But we definitely, I can probably speak for Bullet as well, need a break to just reset from that one as we look to take on the next match.
Exactly right. So, see you soon.